Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, I want to talk about the shifting paradigm when it comes to love and relationship in the new earth. And of course, when we refer to the new earth, we are not talking about a brand new physical location, but a brand new frequency and level of vibration that we as lightworkers and starseeds are bringing to the planet, that we are really seeding and stabilizing into the planet. So right away, I pulled a card to begin this video, and the card I pulled is the Magician and the Mirror in the upright position. This is one of my top 2 twin flame cards in the deck, and I feel that is really important to mention because twin flames, and specifically with the man holding a coin upright representing the awakened divine masculine and the awakening divine masculine, twin flames, and particularly the awakening of the divine masculine at this time, play a really powerful role in shifting us into these higher level frequencies because they are seeding the frequency of unconditional love, which is the most powerful frequency on the planet. It's the most high vibrational frequency. So as we are shifting into this new earth, we are also shifting all of our paradigms, meaning our belief systems, our systems generally, our structures on the planet to match and align with these higher vibrational frequencies. And when it comes to love and relationship, not just romantic love, but relationship of all forms and kinds, from family relationships, co-working relationships, acquaintances, how we relate to others generally in the world, friendships. All of these ways that we relate to others are shifting to align with this frequency of unconditional love. And again, twin flames are playing a really powerful role in seeding in, meaning really stabilizing in these unconditionally loving energies that are transforming absolutely all forms of relationship in our lives. In the 3D earth, so to speak, if we think of new earth as being 5D earth and the system we are moving out of, the frequency we are moving out of as being this 3D earth, in 3D earth, love and relationship are very much based in condition. So we create these agreements with each other that are highly conditional socially, in the workplace, when it comes to our romantic relationships. And from those conditions spring these expectations that then extend out over the course of our lifetime and often keep us really attached to a particular timeline. When we begin to awaken, meaning we detach entirely from any set timeline and we are more free flowing, we are moving with the energy, we are allowing our own frequency to align us with what is meant for us. Many of our relationship dynamics begin to change as a result. This is because any connections that were artificially based in conditions, that were based in these 3D expectations that didn't hold an underlying bond of similarity, of frequency, will dissipate and fade out of our lives when we go through an awakening. And very often this feels like almost everyone leaving our life, because most people have almost all dominant connections in their life based in condition and not in this similarity of frequency, meaning they may be attached to many others who are not part of their soul family, meaning do not share this similarity to their core soul frequency. And these connections will automatically begin to fade or to alter themselves upon our awakening, upon this detachment of ourselves from that preset timeline. Now, when it comes to twin flame connection, our twin flame, for those of you here who are experiencing a twin flame connection, this is a bond that completely defies being defined, being understood or categorized or really labeled in 3D terms. This is a bond that is so highly energetically based, meaning that we are constantly exchanging huge amounts of energetic information with our twin flame because we carry the same core soul frequency, meaning that in this giant web of consciousness, this is the soul whose frequency is identical to ours. So if we think of, although of course time, space, and distance don't exist at the level of energy, we could think of all of human consciousness as being this gigantic web, and those who share a similar core soul frequency by the law of attraction will be drawn to us because, of course, the law of attraction, the dominating law of our universe, states that which is like unto itself is drawn. So similar core soul frequencies are drawn together in this web of consciousness and experience more of a closeness, more of a natural bond between them. And with our twin flame, of course, the frequency isn't just similar, it is quite literally identical. And so when this huge energetic exchange occurs between twin flames, that influx of energy overwhelms our system and begins to completely break down every construct, every paradigm, everything about ourselves that is out of alignment with unconditional love. And when I refer to unconditional love, I don't mean it in solely our external relationships. This is equally speaking to the unconditional love that we have for ourselves, because the frequency of unconditional self-love is actually equivalent to the love that we exude outward, the love that we share and show to others. So I don't know really why I felt guided to speak in this specific direction today. I really just felt like I wanted to come on and record for some of you who might be experiencing some of these paradigm shifts as a result of an awakening that may have occurred between your twin flame and yourself within this connection and resultant energy exchange, because know that this bond isn't just going to affect your own energy or your twin flame's energy. It's also going to affect the way that you relate to others in all of your connections and relationships. And what I mean by this is, again, all of those barriers and blockages that have been restricting the flow of unconditional love are being broken down. This means that the landscape of every connection in your life will most likely very radically change after meeting and connecting with your twin flame's energy. This is part of your soul's expansion, with the World card in the upright position representing the expansion of the soul, and also the Patience card coming out here representing a divine alignment beginning to take hold of your life, beginning to work through all of your connections and relationships that really transcends human constructs of time. So With action in the reverse position, I see that at this moment in time, for many who have been on the twin flame path, and I saw the number 1010, so that may be connecting with someone as well. There are a group of twin flames who are in a situation where they've been awakened by their twin flame counterpart, where they therefore have become detached from any one particular timeline trajectory, where many of their relationships and connections have begun to radically change. There may be an extreme loneliness from this particular group of twin flames as well. Sorry, I just bumped my microphone there because a card just flew out. Yeah, we have the thinking woman upright because I see that specifically. I could be speaking to a group of divine feminines who have been on this twin flame path and who might be feeling heavily triggered in the mind or the ego, meaning that your physical human mind might be trying to wrap itself around what's next here, particularly because with the action card in the reverse position, it may feel as though things have become very stagnant for this group of divine feminines within your twin flame situation. Yes, you've gone through this radical expansion of the soul, and your twin flame counterpart is going through massive expansion as well, because there is this collective awakening of the divine masculine, represented here by the man holding a coin in the upright position. But the masculine for the divine feminines I'm speaking to here may be someone who is still very much in their pain, still very much in the process of balancing out, of awakening, whereas you may have really expanded into this higher level of consciousness as a soul, onto this higher timeline that simultaneously feels really exhilarating, but also really lonesome at times. Because the thing is, if you're a divine feminine who's connecting with this reading, you are someone who has actually transcended, expanded out of and beyond the level of consciousness that many people and groups of people and communities around you are vibrating at. So what this means is, again, you are stepping into and quite literally leading the way into this new earth construct where the way we connect with others is increasingly determined based upon similarity of core soul frequency and not 3D placed expectations, conditions, and constructs of the physical human mind, the ego. And as you, divine feminine, have released so many of these 3D based connections through the inner work you've been doing, through simply releasing those conditions that have been restricting the flow of unconditional love within yourself, you have now expanded into this very high level of frequency. And again, there could be, for whoever I'm connecting with here in this reading, and I saw the number 333 representing, it's almost like you're in this higher dimension. You are connecting with a highly spiritual energy at this time. You might be spending a lot of time, I'm hearing transcendental meditation. That might be significant for someone. You could just be meditating a lot, and this is playing a powerful role in really holding you in these higher frequency states of being. But what I'm feeling here is this strange combination of feeling both incredibly magnetic and spiritually empowered, but at the same time, feeling a kind of physical 3D loneliness. So this message may have reached you because your spirit guides may be trying to reach you with a message about why you have been feeling this loneliness, but simultaneously feeling at times this exhilaration, this almost like a deep intuitive knowingness that you have shifted in a really powerful way. And the reason that you're feeling a loneliness in connection with this is because there are not many other physically incarnated souls at this time who are capable yet of connecting with you at this higher timeline. you again are really leading the way into these higher frequency states of existence. So even though you could be physically surrounded by groups or crowds of people, you're going to have an awareness that you are, in a sense, on a higher plane of existence at this higher timeline. And at the same time, you may be in connection with the divine masculine who you feel a very intense spiritual bond to because of the way that your souls share this same core frequency. But the key word here is that it's a core frequency. And whereas you, divine feminine, whoever I'm speaking to, seem to really have peeled back those levels and layers so that you are purely emanating more of that core frequency through your daily interactions, conversations, creations in your life. It seems like the divine masculine you are connected to, although he shares the same frequency at the core and you intuitively recognize that, at the surface level, he's still holding on to some of that old programming or wounding that could be somewhat masking that core soul frequency and keeping the two of you at the moment apart, either communication-wise. It may be difficult to consistently build a relationship with this person at this time, either because your intuition is just feeling something off about it, recognizing that this masculine still needs to peel back some of those levels and layers, or quite literally, you could feel as though you are being kept apart physically in the physical world. You might be feeling miscommunication, a lack of communication. And know that this separation is simply occurring for whoever I'm speaking to here because although you share the same core soul frequency with this divine masculine, he's holding on to some wounding and patterning that is being worked through right now through the energy of unconditional love that is really inundating his energy body, inundating his being at this time. Whereas you are existing again at this higher frequency state of being more consistently. So again, there could be some manifested distance that your mind has been trying to bridge. Maybe your mind or your ego self with the thinking woman up right here has been trying to bridge that gap. But the thing is, in the new earth, we can't bridge the gap between ourselves and others simply through planning, through structuring, through the mind, through the thinking mind, and the way that our mind creates these artificial timelines. The way that you and this divine masculine are going to be aligning is going to be through a shift in vibration within him, through an alignment of energy, an alignment of your frequencies, so to speak. Now, for some of you who are divine feminines listening here, you may have expanded to a point where you are no longer at this moment actively desiring to reconnect with this divine masculine in the physical world. Now, of course, always use your intuition when it comes to these readings. Only take what does connect with you personally, because I do channel many different people, situations, and connections, which, by the way, if you would like me to channel specifically for you and your situation, I usually say this at the beginning, but I do recommend liking the video and subscribing to the channel, as this does allow me to pick up on your energy more easily and channel more specifically for you. I see that with the Broken Heart card upright, the divine feminine I'm speaking to here is feeling brokenhearted about this situation with her divine masculine, but at the same time, with the sacral chakra reversed, she senses there is this sacral chakra blockage. She senses that there is this block when it comes to fully being emotionally open and intimate on the masculine's side here. And this is dominantly what is masking his core soul frequency, where again, they are perfectly matched and aligned with one another. So it's almost like for the divine feminine I'm picking up on here, I'm seeing black curly hair for some reason that might specifically connect with someone. But for someone here, there is a complex dynamic because you, divine feminine, may feel as though You are heartbroken because you sense that this divine masculine is still blocked when it comes to being emotionally open and emotionally intimate. When you speak to or communicate with this person, if that communication does take place, you may have the vague sense that he is holding back parts of himself, particularly when it comes to sharing his emotions. And again, you're feeling this. I almost feel like someone's feeling it in their gut physically, but you're definitely feeling it in your intuition. But I do see that this broken heart card is not only something you, Divine Feminine, are feeling, but something that is mirrored by the masculine here. There is the sense that something was uprooted before it had a chance to grow, but also a knowing intuitively on your part, Divine Feminine, that there needs to be an alignment here, an alignment of the right circumstances, an alignment within this divine masculine, meaning a healing of this sacral chakra wounding before there can be that chance to grow, that chance to fully come together. But it does almost feel like something being uprooted prematurely. Secretly, the masculine here feels this way, even if he hasn't communicated that with his words. He feels as though there's still unfinished business here. With blossoming abundance reversed, he's feeling like something has been uprooted before it had a chance to grow. He desires to give this a chance to grow. But what his guides are trying to teach him is how to love and connect and relate within this new earth that we are stepping into, meaning that he can't push or force or plan this into place, but he must align with that energy of unconditional love from within himself. If he desires a natural realignment in the physical world to occur between himself and his divine feminine counterpart here, because again, what we are realizing more and more in this new earth is that time truly does not exist when it comes to energy. We used to be highly tapped into human-based, 3D-based timelines and structures. You might be finding in this new earth that time seems to lose some of its meaning in a sense. You might have days or months or even years go by and feel as though they are passing very quickly but very slowly at the same time. Because again, we are moving beyond and outside of the human construct of time. And this is also how we as the divine feminines that have already expanded into this higher vibration and are holding that consistently are developing the ability to take quantum leaps within our lives. You might be seeing this as well. Again, time has really lost its meaning as we've been shifting in this way, because we are learning that whatever we align with vibrationally, we attract into our physical life experience. And we are also learning that that attraction process can happen much faster in a much more exponential way from a human perspective than most people will allow themselves to believe. But we are moving beyond those collective beliefs in what is possible and what is impossible. We are beginning to develop this energy within us, which is really this ability to align with the frequency of what we desire and to therefore attract it into our lives, to exercise this ability to manifest that others might even at times look at as impossible or as magical. And I'm hearing your spirit guides, divine feminine, for whoever you are connecting with this reading, this manifestation ability is really going to continue to grow and to develop itself within you. If you haven't yet seen evidence of this, you are going to soon be seeing increasing evidence of this ability to align with the frequency of what you desire and to very quickly attract it into your life. Because predictively speaking, I'm seeing people around you almost just astonished by how quickly your life begins to change and transform in positive ways. Things begin happening for you, doors begin opening, but this all is because you have become detached from so many of these lower vibrational timelines, belief systems, paradigms, that you are really coming into a very profound amount of power when it comes to manifesting. Now, I do also want to say, I know that much of this particular video has been speaking at a very high level, and it's very challenging to find the physical human words to describe these highly energetic and spiritual shifts taking place both within us individually and also collectively. So do bear with me here, because it can be difficult to put these things into words, which is part of why I hesitated to create this video and to do this download, because I felt that there would be a lot of very big, very intense energy coming through that could be hard to connect with the human words to describe it. But in spite of that, I do hope that this reading has reached you, has connected with you intuitively in some way. And if so, I would love to hear from you in the comments under the video. Let me know if anything did connect with you. You can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post inspirational material, energy updates, and more information. So again, my Instagram is at Magnetize Yourself. Be sure to subscribe if you do feel a resonance with this video. We are all co-creators here on this channel, so by subscribing, you are tuning your energy in more strongly with our co-creative collective here, and this does allow me to channel more specific messages and videos in the future that are more relevant to you and your current situations. I am sending you all so much love today, wishing you the most wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I will talk to you again in the next video.